This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, witches, wizards, and muggles, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST, brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. My name is Tim Daniel, and I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good as the Cincinnati Reds lose to the Miami Marlins tonight, 8-4. On tonight's show, we're going to talk about why Matt McLain is our Triwizard Champion. Luis May uses his Patronus charm to get out of a jam. We see a little swish and flick from McLain and keep Brian Hayes for some back-to-back homers, but we're going to start with Sam Moll being his best version of Gilderoy Lockhart.
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
Now, if you can tell by my jokes to start the show, I am doing a Harry Potter theme episode to go along with Harry Potter Night at GABP. So this may fall flat, but we just lost 8-4, so I'm going to have some fun. Sam Moll tonight, once again, tried to do the whole, as I call it, Gilderoy Lockhart. For those who don't know, in the Chamber of Secrets, Gilderoy Lockhart was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher who lied about all the things he did. And Sam Moll right now is impostering a major league pitcher with his current abilities out there. Just disaster of a performance. And I know you can say he inherited some runners from TJ Antone. I'm not defending Antone by any stretch of the matter, but Antone was allowed to have a bad performance. Antone had been really good for a long time, and I have no issues if he's going to have bad days because, like I said, he's shown that he's reliable. Sam Moll has not, and I can live with giving up a run, sure, that's fine. But the fact that he just continues to be bad every single time he goes out there, and Terry Francona goes to him, I don't understand. I just don't know what he's doing. And I get it. You can say, like, well, they traded Caleb Ferguson, so they need a lefty out there. Okay. I'm at the point, I tweeted this during the game. I'd be more than willing right now to put Brock Burke in there every single day instead of Sam Moll. Yeah, he'll get arm fatigue. Yeah, he'll be tired. But I feel like he's far more trustworthy with a game than Moll is. And that's the part where I just don't understand. Moll tonight goes a third of an inning, gives up a run. Antone, I know, gets charged for 3 of those 4 runs, and that's fine. But, you know, he's 1-7. Again, pitcher wins and losses are silly, but sometimes the records say what that is. And when you're 1-7, that's not a good sign. When your last 30 games, you have a 6.94 ERA in 23 innings, a 2.06 whip. I don't understand it. I don't know why this guy keeps getting opportunities. And like I said, I get it. They have 2 lefties now after they moved Caleb Ferguson to St. Louis. But go get another lefty. I mean, someone to finish out the season, that's fine by me. I don't care because at this point, the Reds just keep putting themselves in bad situations. Like, look, Julian Garcia, I have to assume was available. And then, you know, I know he pitched yesterday, but it's not like he threw a ton of pitches. It was just simply put, not, you know, for some reason he wasn't called upon. I don't know why. Didn't make any sense to me. But Sam Moll, you are the lockdown Gilderoy Lockhart of the game yet again, because you can't seem to do anything where you put the ball over the plate and get outs. And you haven't been doing that for a long time. I am all for Sam Moll being DFA'd at this point. And I know that's mean because I know you don't ever want a guy to lose their job. But this is something that is unacceptable. And so that's the part that's extremely irritating. But look, we got to get the bad stuff out of the way. It's Harry Potter night. I got my Hogwarts zip-up sweatshirt. Dave Magram, the everydayer, texts me to tell he found that he got a Harry Potter bobblehead for me. Shout out Dave. He's a real one. And I love that guy very much. And now we can have some fun because we saw Brian Hayes and Matt McLain doing their thing in Charms class.
This is what you'll be talking about.
First things first, I have to give a shout out to our head of household, Jeff Carr, because he called it on Friday's episode of Locked On Reds. He said, Brian Hayes will homer this weekend. And Brian Hayes homer this weekend. And that was really fun to see. Obviously, we know what he is, but tonight he does have 2 runs scored because he reaches on an error, and he also has a homer. And Matt McLain, who we're going to talk about again later in the show, goes deep and is a triple away from the cycle tonight. Really nice to see these games like where McLain just has those moments. And this is like, we talk about this a lot, right? It's you can't get to this point where Matt McLain just is like probably reliable, but then he has games like this where he's just awesome. And that's the part that I really love to see. So Matt McLain tonight goes 3 for 4 with a homer. Obviously has not been very good of late, but is slugging pretty well. He's got a 409 slugging in his last 7 games. He's got a 489 slugging in his last 15. So his OPS is above 750 in that time frame. So that's the part that's really nice. But yeah, tonight we see Key Brian Hayes and Matt McLain practice Wingardium Leviosa and put the ball over the plate, put the balls over the wall with back-to-back homers. Up next, Luis May gets out of a jam. You can say he used his Patronus charm. But first, can we talk about one of the most underrated organs in your body? Your liver. It's your body's filter processing everything you consume and performing more than 500 functions every day. It's involved in things like energy production, digestion, fat metabolism, and vitamin storage, so it's doing a lot of work behind the scenes. That's why giving your liver daily support can be an important part of building healthy habits. Dose for Your Liver is a clinically backed liver health supplement designed to support daily liver function. Unlike another capsule or powder, Dose comes as a liquid 2-ounce daily shot that tastes like freshly squeezed orange juice. It's 0 sugar, 0 junk, and 0 calories, making it an easy addition to your daily routine. I'd probably take Dose the first thing in the morning. I already have a routine where I'm grabbing coffee, checking my phone, and getting ready for the day. So it would fit right in there if one of those things that's so quick, you don't have to think about it, and you just do it, and you move on. Ready to give your liver the support it deserves? Head to dosedaily.co/LockedOnMLB or LockedOnMLB to get your 35% off your first prescription. Your body does so much for you. Let's do something for it. That's dosedaily.co/LockedOnMLB for 35% off your first month subscription. This episode is also brought to you by our friends over at Stance. Before we get into the rest of today's show, it's time for the Everyday Icon presented by Stance. As the official sock partner of Major League Baseball, and you know I love my Stance socks, Stance knows greatness isn't built in a single moment. It's earned over time through consistency, preparation, and showing up every day. That's why each week we're recognizing one player whose performance embodies those same questions. Like I say, I love my Stance socks. I have way too many. My sock drawer is filled with them, including custom-made ones I have. You know, my favorite basketball players, my favorite baseball players, even they have Harry Potter sometimes. So keep an eye out for that. But I'm going to go with our everyday icons once again with Chase Burns. As we saw yesterday, Chase Burns was excellent in a matchup against Sandy Alcantara, where 2 guys just went right at it and they were pitch for pitch, and Chase Burns gets the best of them. He's now 14-2 on the season. He's a former All-Star. His ERA is down to 2.47 on the year. He has been excellent. The Everyday Icon is presented by Stance. Check out the Icon collection from Stance. Premium comfort, performance, and durability designed for whatever your day brings. Use promo code LOCKEDON at checkout for 20% off your purchase. Stance, the official sock partner of Major League Baseball. Learn more at stance.com. And lastly, we are brought to you by our friends over at Game Time. There's nothing like watching a Reds game, even better when you get to watch it live. The excitement, the fans, the only problem is getting tickets can feel like a grind. Long queues, surprise fees, prices jumping at checkout. That's where there's Game Time. The Game Time app gives fans the advantage with constant innovation. It's how you unlock amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's simple to use. The Game Time guarantee means you get 100% authentic tickets delivered on time at the best price. And here's the best part. Fees are included in the price you see. What you see is what you pay, period. You heard Jeff and Steve talk about it all the time. I love using Game Time to get to a Reds game. I'll go down early, have a lot of fun at the banks, get a drink, get some food, and I'll get on Game Time to see what it looks like, what the tickets look like as we get closer and closer to first pitch. And if you're at Hogwarts, maybe you use this to check your latest Quidditch match to see Gryffindor versus Slytherin or Hufflepuff versus Ravenclaw as each team battles for the Quidditch Cup at Hogwarts. See what I did there? 2 taps and it's done. No stress, no hidden fees, just great seats and minutes. That's what makes it so easy to decide last minute to hit a game. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDON for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDON for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me as we have a lot of fun with Harry Potter night on this episode of Locked On Reds Postcast. And if you are already an everydayer, it's time to join the Everydayer Club. If you're making this your first listen, you might as well go all in, whether it's with me catching up the game the next morning or Jeff and Steve, our head of household here at Locked On Reds, as well Monday through Friday. But the Locked On Everydayer Club, you go to lockedonreds.supercast.com or lockedonpodcast.com/everydayer. You get access to ad-free episodes for $5 a month or $50 a year. And you also get access to our Discord chat where we're in there talking ball with all of you. And don't forget also, we have the Discord chat coming up. Jeff and Steve are planning out a really fun thing where we have a call with all our everydayers, but you have to be in the Everydayer Club to be in there as well. Let's talk about Luis May and his Patronus charm to get out of a jam.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
It wasn't necessarily won or lost there being as the Reds lost, but Luis May, who has continued to be really good in his throwing strikes, gives up 2 hits. And you're thinking, oh no, what's going to happen here? The Reds have a slim 1-run lead. This can't be very good. What do we do here? And Luis May goes, I got this. Luis May was like he was the guy out there. He was a chaser, if we go in Quidditch terms, right? He got guys out. He got through the inning. Gets a ground ball to end the inning, gets 2 strikeouts, hits the glove, shows that excellent urgency and energy. I love to see it. Luis May, since coming back up, it's just been a whole different person, man. It's just been so awesome to see him get to this point now. His last 3 games, he's thrown 4 innings, given up just 2 hits, and has 6 strikeouts. So Luis May has certainly turned the corner. Hopefully he keeps this up for a long time because he's been awesome. And you saw during the game, they showed how his mechanics have changed from when he came up in April to where he's at now. And you can just see how different it is. And I'm excited because if this is a guy who keeps doing this and he can be a guy you can use in the back end of your bullpen in a close game, that's an even better weapon for the Reds. And so I hope he keeps this up because he's been awesome. Lastly, we celebrate our Triwizard Champion, Matt McLain.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Matt McLain goes 3 for 4 tonight with everything but a triple to get the cycle, including being part of Brian Hayes' back-to-back home runs. So Matt McLain gets our Tri-Wizard title and, of course, makes excellent plays on defense. He is now up to 108 straight games without an error. And, oh, by the way, they want to play this guy in center field. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But this is what makes it really fun. Keep him there. You're going to see really good defense. And if he can find his swing, the Reds are up to something here. I would like to see them have him as a guy for next year. Do I think that's going to happen? Yeah, probably. Do I think there are other options? Yes, definitely. If you listen to Jeff on Friday's show, like I mentioned, he went out there and did a kind of a breakdown of second baseman that could be available. And that's the part that I really like. So Matt McLain gets our Locked On Player of the Game. It's really nice to see. And Josh has a really funny comment here. Who died for Matt to win the title? Cedric Dickory. I see Elm Street made a really funny, little dark, but I like it. It's funny. Yeah, tonight was fun. So thank you guys for hanging out with me while I experiment and try some new things. As we know, like I said, I love Harry Potter and the Reds did Harry Potter night. So I got to have a lot of fun here. It was a blast. But the Reds are unfortunately losers tonight to the Miami Marlins 8-4. The Marlins have 8 runs on 14 hits and an error. The Reds have 4 runs on 8 hits and an error as well. Tyler Zuber is your winning pitcher for the Marlins. He is 2-1 with a 3.47 ERA. TJ Antone takes his first loss of the year. He is now 2-1 with a 3.43 earned run average. And the Reds have a chance to take the series tomorrow as Nick Lodolo takes the hill for the Reds. He is 3-2 with a 4.86 ERA. He'll be going up against Yuri Perez, who is 6-9 with a 3.39 ERA. First pitch is at 1:40 p.m. Eastern. Want to give a heads up, so I will be paying attention to the game, obviously. But I am going to be at the Dallas Card Show in Cincinnati tomorrow, in Northern Kentucky tomorrow. So if you're hanging out and you see me, stop and say hi. I'll be listening to the game on my AirPods while I walk around. I'm really excited for it. I can't wait to be there. So if you are going to be there as well, come and say hi. But everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. This was a lot of fun. I'm Tim Daniel. Thank you all again. Please be sure to make sure you subscribe to us here on YouTube or your podcast app of choice. And don't forget to check out Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. Thank you all again. I'm Tim Daniel. Go Redlegs. I will see you tomorrow. Mischief managed.